A little known fact about the galloping ghost on a road game in Boston.
And then when Grange is on the sideline before the game, who comes down to greet him but Babe Ruth? The highlight of the season was near the end of the year. They played the first ever NFL game in Boston. And they played the Chicago Bears. Well, 1925 was the year that of the Red Grange tour. And the Steamroller was the seventh game of the tour. And it was played in Boston. Um, and a couple of the interesting footnotes in the book is when Red Grange comes, he meets up with Joseph P. Kennedy because Kennedy owned a film company and he was doing a film on Grange. So before the game, Grange meets up with him. Well, this is Joseph P. Kennedy. His kids are John F. Kennedy
Hmm.
and Robert Kennedy. And of course, at
Right.
the time, JFK was like 8 years old and Robert Kennedy was like, I think like 3 months old. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And then when Grange is on the sideline before the game, who comes down to greet him but Babe Ruth? And the two
Wow.
guys end up talking for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so before the game. Well, at the time, they were the two biggest names in sports. But then you get to the game, and the Steamroller actually pulls a major upset and beats the Bears. It's the Bears' first loss on the Grange tour, and they beat him 9-6 in an upset in front of 18,000 fans at Boston Braves Field. So it was the National Baseball League's Boston Braves. That's where they played the game because they decided to move it from Providence because they could sell more tickets and get a bigger crowd, which is why they ended up playing the game in Boston. But it was the first ever NFL game played in the city of Boston.